Thanks for coming on. I'm so excited. I've been following you for like a while. I feel like I always see your content and I'm like, I love her.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I've been following you actually on your main since I started TikTok, and I
Oh,
actually used to use so many of your social media tips, and yeah, so it's so cool to
oh
be
my
here
God,
with
I
you.
love that. That's so cool. Well, you're killing it on TikTok, obviously, and like the Web3 space. Someone said, love you, Kelsie, and I love your guest as well. Thanks for the love. So nice. I just wanted to start off by just asking, like, how did you get started in this space, and like, how did you, like, get involved with crypto or learn about it? Where did that all start for you?
Yeah, so I have a older brother, and basically he was super into crypto since 2017, and I'd always been hearing about it, and he eventually convinced me to buy some crypto in early 2021, and then from there, I started just looking into different cryptos to buy, and yeah,
Cool.
that's kind of
Oh my
how I
God.
got started.
Oh my God, that's so cool. So you've been in it for, yeah, like a good amount of time then. How did you feel going from like the super like, amazing market that we saw last year compared to like now the last few months have been like, was that like a shock to you?
Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's definitely been a big change. I think it's really uncertain at the moment. Like at least that's how it feels, but I think long term still definitely believe in the value proposition that crypto can bring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely like a big shift. Like I remember earlier in the year there was constantly like so many things going on. I would literally be glued to my computer. I mean, oh yeah, I'm like super. I was super into NFTs, so like I'd constantly be scrolling Twitter, like scrolling Discord, keeping up with all the new projects that were coming out, and then yeah, this year I think since the bear market started,
Yeah.
it's yeah definitely been a huge shift. Like I haven't been on my computer as much. I think I've just been touching grass and
Yeah, right.
keeping. uh,
I love that. I feel like you're not alone now. I feel like it's not even that bad of a thing to, come out of it and just be like, okay, now I'm just gonna like take a step back and just like get grounded again and just kind of
yeah,
like get back to the basics, maybe just touch grass, take some time away from screen, because then like we are obviously going to see a bull market again at some point, and then we'll be like refreshed and ready to go and like back into it hardcore. And in the meantime, it's just
yeah.
like buying the dips, like finding projects that you like. For you, do you have like any process, like when you're looking for NFT projects, are you like this, like, is there any like certain factors about any projects that make you want to invest in it, or is it just like the vibe?
Oh, so I guess when it comes to what projects I want to invest in, I think I'm definitely more into NFTs. And so yeah, when it comes to picking what NFTs to invest in, I think what I used to look for was like definitely like just marketing, like hype, what influencers were on board, what whales were on board, and just whatever I think could help make a project pump, which
Mhm.
like isn't necessarily like how like actually good the project was,
Mhm.
because I think like NFTs are very short term, but I think yeah for me when it comes to crypto, I used to invest in like some like smaller coins, but then I think I like now I just stick to the blue chips
The
like
main.
Bitcoin and Ethereum, and
That's the
yeah.
safe route for sure, and also just the more, I don't know, lack for better words, like passive a little bit. When you're into like the like smaller coins, you really gotta like be in and out and like really on the computer, like really watching things. But with like the more established stuff, you can kind of be a little bit more like, okay, I can like feel good about my money being there, like chill for a bit, which is nice. So do you do a lot of like really like quick in and outs? Like with NFTs, for example, you like kind of get in a project, then you like sell quite quickly, or do you have any that you've like held for a long time?
Oh yeah. So yeah, for NFTs there were a lot I definitely just bought and sold. Especially during the like bull market. But
Mhm.
I think a bit later, um yeah, there's definitely been some NFT projects I've just held mostly because um you know, like I was stubborn and like didn't want to cut losses. Um, but
Totally.
yeah, there's like Azuki, which I've held for a really long time. And I've definitely grown quite attached to it, and it's so bad.
That's not bad.
um, like I'm not sure if you've like seen like the whole journey. Like I basically held it since mint, and like I've seen it go from basically like zero all the way up to like a 35 Ethereum all-time high, and then now it's like 8 ETH,
Back down.
back down like literally 90% in terms of US dollar amount, which is really bad. But I've held it
It
just
could
because
come back.
yeah, but I've held it just because I like honestly like love the community and like love the network that I'm able
Mhm.
to be a part of. And I also really like the project as
Mhm.
well. I like how they're creating a really cool brand. And yeah, like there's also
Cool.
a lot of cool people involved. And yeah, I also went to the event in NFT and IC, and it was super fun. And I loved all the people that I met from there.
Oh my god, I want to go to NFT New York so much. I didn't get to go. I was in LA for a different event during it this year, and I was like, oh my god, I need to go next year for sure. It sounded like so much fun. Do you feel like you like? Why did you start creating TikTok content about like crypto, Web3, NFTs? Like, what kind of made you start doing content?
Oh yeah. So what made me start creating content was I think I came across like crypto and NFT TikToks. Um, and I think of most of them were just people shilling or like flexing their gains, and I felt that it created like a really unrealistic expectation of gains because when I first started in NFTs, I think, and when I first started creating TikToks, it was November, and I actually like had like started with nothing, and I basically ran it all down. Like all my NFTs were at zero. I made like no money off NFTs,
Oh my
and
gosh.
yeah, it was really
That's
bad.
normal though, right? Like you're first starting with anything
Yeah,
that you first start out, you can't expect to be like. I mean, there's definitely like the exceptions where people are like, "Oh my god, I had one guy on my live that said like he accidentally bought Dogecoin like 5 years ago, and he wouldn't have even known that anything was going on with it like last year if his friend wasn't like, "Hey, didn't you buy that?" And he like logged onto his account and was like thousands of dollars. Like he wouldn't have even known that anything was going on with it. So it's like there's definitely those random exceptions. Um, we will get to the questions in 1 second. Sorry, someone's asking for thoughts on XRP. I have
um,
some thoughts on XRP. I'm actually a big XRP fan. I actually had a lot of it from like 20, I want to say even like late 2019. Like I got in real low
wow.
and I was just like, I had so much in it. I was like, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. And I was up so much. I ended up selling it only because um, I am Canadian and I use BitBuy and they stopped like having XRP on the platform, so I had to sell it. And I just haven't yet
Yeah.
reinvested that money, but I did make a huge profit. I just haven't. I actually reinvested. I think I put it into Bitcoin for now, but I am planning on buying more. I just have to get a new platform to trade on. But I'm an XRP fan personally. I believe in it. I need to get back
Oh.
in it though.
Oh yeah, wait, sorry. I hope you don't mind me asking, but how did you actually get into crypto as well?
So this was back. I mean, kind of like I feel like similar to yours. I just like heard about Bitcoin. This was in like 2019. I heard about Bitcoin, and I was already really interested. I've always been interested in like finances and like investing any way I can, like making money online, everything like that. And I'm very not skeptical. I will take risks and feel nothing. So I was like, I heard about Bitcoin once, and I was like, I should get it. So I was like, la 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 la, like dumping all my money into just like the main ones, like Bitcoin, Ethereum. What else do I had? I had a lot of XRP, obviously. Chainlink, Cardero. Um, I don't know, maybe a few others, but I kind of just like started pumping all my money in. And since 2019, I really haven't like sold. That XRP is the only thing that I sold just because they were taking off the platform, and I was like, oh shit. So I took that out and reinvested into Bitcoin. So really, I like haven't even sold anything from 2019. This is like long term for me.
Wow.
And then I got into NFTs a little bit later, more like end of 2021. I was kind of like getting into that space too and just learning about it. And then I got reached out to by Web3M to do content, and I got to learn so much from them and like be a part of this project from the start, which has been super, super cool. And then I realized there's this whole community on TikTok and Twitter and online in general of like awesome Web3 creators and people. And I just love the community of everyone. Like, everyone's so like helpful and supportive and like educating each other. I mean, there's obviously a few, maybe like what you were saying before, just like flexing, unrealistic. But for the most part, like everyone's so just like nice and welcoming, and I just like it so much.
Yeah, I feel like I've met the coolest people like ever from crypto that I usually like wouldn't be talking to or like interacting with on a day-to-day basis. Like I've met
Totally.
like I don't know, like 19-year-old millionaires, like an 18-year-old who made like 60 grand off a month's worth of work from doing like
Wow.
smart contract dev. And yeah, like just the people in crypto are insane. And like even the people from like I made a Discord like earlier this year, and I used to talk to a lot of people from my community. And yeah, like there were people who could like do like smart contract botting, like botting coin drops. And I don't know, there were like
Wow.
I don't know, just so
There's
many cool people
so
in
many cool
the
people, and it's so like inspiring because it's like such a new concept that even the people who are doing so well and like killing it in the space, it's like this is such a new space. So everyone's new to it. Like everyone's kind of a beginner, but some people are just like really killing it. It's so cool to see. Somebody asked, have you ever heard of CBCD? I have not. Have you?
oh, central bank digital currency.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay, okay. Any thoughts? They're asking for thoughts.
um, any thoughts? I think I don't know. Like, oh, I just wonder like how decentralized it'll actually be. I think
That's the case with a
like
lot of things, I feel like,
my concern. Yeah.
that I hear about. I'm like, oh, well, it's so hard to know how it will play out. This is a question actually that I ask everyone on the live. Is if you have any predictions of like how Web3, NFTs, like everything, what's that going to look like in like 20 years? Like, obviously, this is just like a prediction, doesn't actually mean we won't hold you to it, you know? But just like if you could guess, like, what it's going to be for like mainstream people, how do you think it's going to be different than it is now?
Yeah. I think how's it going to be different? I think currently there's quite a high barrier to entry for crypto.
Mhm.
Like, if you want to start using it, you have to go on an exchange, and then you have to like buy crypto, and then you have to make to like usually like a MetaMask or browser wallet or something, and then you have to send the crypto to the browser wallet, and then you just have to make sure like all the addresses are correct, and like it can be like really hard to get right. Oh, and you also have to make sure you send it like to the right network as well,
Yeah,
because if you
right.
don't, then you could just lose all your crypto. I actually have a friend who did that once, and yeah,
No, that's
it was so sad.
tragic.
So I think maybe when it's like a lot easier for people to
Mhm.
just get started,
Yeah,
um,
like more
and
accessibility.
yeah, like maybe when like some like banks just start integrating crypto
Yeah,
payments and
I
it's really
agree.
accessible.
Yeah,
Maybe then. And I also think, I guess, but I think like the biggest use case for it is probably in other countries.
Mhm.
So, yeah, just like Venezuela, like the Philippines. I think crypto is already starting to kind of go mainstream a little
Yeah,
bit in
100%.
those
Yeah, I
countries.
mean, at this point, at least, like, I want to say, like, most of the world has at least heard of it or has, like, kind of an idea on it, which is huge, even thinking from, like, 5 years ago, most of the world had never even heard of it. So it's quickly growing and becoming a part of things. So just like blockchain technology too is like, I think, going to be a huge thing in the future for it, like replacing systems that we have now and everything like that. So yeah, I think it's really cool. Is there anything that you do not like about like the Web3 space?
Oh, anything I don't like. I think, definitely like how easy it is to get scammed. Like
Yeah,
how
100%.
easy it is for like your wallet to just potentially get hacked, like especially if it's a browser wallet. Because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like you can like I have friends who literally just like accidentally minted from a scam website and their entire wallet got drained.
No.
Yeah. And it just
Oh,
sucks
that's
how
brutal.
it's that easy. And like even you even have to look out for any scam NFTs that get sent to your wallet. Like if you accidentally accept an offer on that NFT and like approve, it's like make a transaction um like with a malicious smart contract,
Mm-hmm.
then it's you could potentially get your wallet drained. And
Right.
yeah, I think just how many scams there are and like how many potential ways you could lose all your crypto is just really scary. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that kind of goes back, like, even to what we were saying. Like, I think hopefully in the future it will be a little more, I don't know, like accessible to people, but also be able to identify those kind of like red flags and a little bit more regulation, maybe, which is like weird to say, 'cause it's like
yeah.
Web3, but I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully, yeah. We have a few questions. Uh, is crypto being used to bring in the new world order? Um, I don't know. That seems like a very like deep question.
um,
I don't know. I mean, I can't tell if you mean that in like a good way or a bad way.
to bring in the new world
I don't know what to
order.
say about that. Just like Starbucks, you won't have to get a MetaMask in order to obtain NFTs. Things like that will decrease the barrier for adoption. Okay, yeah. So this other guy's just agreeing with us there. Cool. Yeah. What was my other questions? Oh, and my favorite last question, just to end on a positive note, is what is your favorite thing about Web3 space, or what's like your best thing that you have learned, or your favorite part of the community? Anything.
Oh, my favorite thing about Web3, I think definitely it's so cheesy. It's definitely the people, like just the vibes. Like I think when I went to New York for NFT NYC, it was actually my first time like being in the US, and like I think like that like week of my life was such a peak experience. Like I
Oh,
loved all the people that I met, and yeah, just like going out all the time, like meeting so many friends, and yeah, like and everyone is so cool, and
I love
yeah,
that.
it's literally so inspiring. And I think everyone in like all the people I've met in Web3 are also like like they're obviously like people who are willing to like learn about some of the most like cutting edge like, new
Yeah.
technology, and it isn't like and it's like pretty hard to understand,
Mhm.
for sure. So yeah, like those people, there's also like people who are like entrepreneurs and like builders in the space, and yeah, like people who think there's something better, um, to the current like monetary system that we have now.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, so
Totally.
like I feel like everyone I meet is like they're like such forward thinkers, super smart.
It's
And
true. Yeah, just like,
yeah,
and always such different people too. It's not like there's just like one type of person where it's just like these are the Web3 people. It's like so many different backgrounds, different people, like different ages, like everything. So it's so cool to see. That's why I always like ask people like, how did you get involved in this space? Because it's always something super different or cool. So I need to go to an in person. I haven't gone to any like in person Web3 things. I've only like connected with people online, which is super cool. But I
yeah,
feel like the in person just like, oh, that's the coolest feeling. So
Yes, I actually love going to
I got
events in
invited to
person and
a
just like
Web3 like
talking about.
open in Paris in December, but I'm like, that's really far from
Oh,
me. So I don't
wait,
know if
there's
I can.
something in December in
Yeah,
Paris?
in Paris. And I was like, I don't know if I can swing
Oh,
that. It's like I just got back from Italy and I'm in Canada, so I'm like, that's a really long way to go. But I'll 100% make New
oh,
York work next, and by NFT NYC, I will be there. I'm already
yeah.
decided. That's not too far. Paris, that's far. But I don't know. Maybe. I think it'd be so cool. Yeah, it was so great chatting with you. I'm so glad we got to do this. I got to hear more about you and everything just from your content. I love it. So I'm excited to keep seeing your content.
Oh my God, no, thank you so much for having me. And yeah, this is such a really nice, it was really nice chatting with you. Yeah,
Of course.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again soon. We'll stay connected. Have a great day. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you so much, Kelsey.